So we are a registered audit firm, and we've been here since 2017. So I started off in 2014 as a sole person, just looking for customers to do return for them, and trying to just see how entrepreneurial skill could come along. Remember when we go to school, you learn accounting, and you don't know how to go sell that service. So it was a learning process until 2017. I felt I was getting a grip of it. So that is when I registered the company and I started working. When I started, I realized in my area, people are having auditors. And when I knock on their door and I say, I'm looking for audit work is very sensitive. It's people being able to see your financial statement, and auditors are very close to the business, and you can audit a company for 10, 20 years. So someone will tell me I have an auditor, and the conversation will be over. But I realized when I would ask them, they would tell me they have tax issues. So I came to realize that they were having auditors, but they were having tax issues. This is the time that KRA was very aggressive. They had onboarded iTax system. Now the tax was now systemized, and the previous auditors were unable to handle that part. So I went to KRA school, and I studied tax, and I started now venturing more on doing taxation for this client. So for the longest, people understand us as tax experts, but we are a registered audit firm, and we have specialized a lot on taxation. So we do a lot of tax representation to client, to KRA, in different areas, from station level to objection level, to tribunal, to the ADR, to the courts. And we make sure that organizations are able to run with peace of mind, because tax is something that can really crumble a business. In the area of doing taxation, I also realized that most of the tax issues were raised out of ignorance, out of not understanding tax. So I would find a lot of errors in how we do our books, how we file taxes, and I realized that there was a gap in the market when it comes to tax training. And during 2018, that is when I hosted the first tax training, and I welcomed business owners. I also realized that the tax training that was out there was for accountants. It was very hard for a business owner to understand. So I was able to simplify it in a practical way a business owner can be able to understand. So most of the tax training that we do, we target SMEs, we target CEOs and owners, because they are the core people who run this business. They can make better decisions. So when you understand tax, you're able to make better tax decisions and better decision for your business. So that is, we've done so many tax trainings. And right now we are able to we do like 2-3 in a month. We are able to attract over 1,000 people per month to just come and learn. And most of these trainings, we train them free of charge. We have paid versions where we do taxation, masterclass, bookkeeping, internal audit. Now for somebody who really want to specialize. And the advantages of our masterclasses are very practical, because this is what we do on a daily basis. We are not like, we do this on a daily basis, so we are able to make it very, very practical. We also have a CSR program. The CSR program is called Skill Up Mentorship Program, and we started it in the year 2021, January. The reason why we did that, we came to a point where we felt we needed to do impact in the community around us. And we felt, what is the best way we can do impact? And we felt possibly on the area that we have specialty on building businesses. For that 10 years that I've been out here consulting people, consulting businesses, I've seen companies that have grown from 1 million to 100 million to 1 billion with my two eyes. And these are customers that we've worked with. And every time when we're doing audit, I'm always keen to ask, what are we doing next year? What do you want? Well, how can we scale this business? So I realized the moment you give these people comfort that taxes will not crumble your business, the next idea they want to how to scale. So we plan on scaling. I'm going to get a bigger loan. How do I manage the business? How do we enhance internal controls? We put structure. So these businesses are able to grow and thrive. So I've seen people able to hike their turnovers over time and being able to know that their business is being very stable. So when we came to the CSR, we said, what we have been giving our customers, why don't we give to the community around us just for free? So we want to give them the skills to do business. And when we realized, of course, we first of all, we felt we could call them for an incubation, possibly you're just doing your own business. You come now, learn how to scale it. But we felt, why don't we give them even ideas on how they can do business? So that's how the mentorship program came in. We bring trainers, they train on yoga training, baking, soap making, peanut. We have a whole line of like 20 manufacturing items that we give. When they come, they learn. We host one practical training per month. We host over 200 people. They come here, they learn. They are trainers learning. And we structure that training as you're going to train and go do that business. So you're going to start that business with 5,000 or 3,000. And we show you this, if you have 3,000, this is the milk you're going to buy, this is everything, this is the profit margin. So that everything. And we also have people within the area who are doing this business. So they also tell you, I sell here, I sell here. These are areas that you can sell. And we have trained over 5,000 people so far. After training the 2021, in 2022, we realized that there are people who came and learned and they started doing these businesses. So we said, how do we help them to scale now? We incorporated an incubation center. So in this incubation center, we now train them on marketing, on customer service, bookkeeping, financial management, 6 months program, 1 day every month. They come and they learn and they start growing. So we ask you, how much sales are you making every month? So we keep monitoring their growth. So some will come and say, I do this business at home. By the time they are 6 months, they have a shop. They are having more customers, they are doing more. And we've seen a lot of significant growth in them. They are able to give their livelihood and they are able to raise their families. The advantages of Skill Up and what I've seen over time, when it comes to doing business, you have to get education. For me, for the 3 years, for 2014, 15, and 16, when I was trying to figure out if this is what I want to do, I couldn't pay rent on time. I even maintaining my costs, and I was alone. Even having an intern was a problem. The business took longer because there are things that I needed to learn, and nobody could train me. Actually, 2017, there was a program that I was introduced to. It was called Harness Your Brilliance. It was a mentorship program. And that is how I knew how to sell, how to pitch, how I should position myself. And that is when now the business started to grow. So there are people out here who are very entrepreneurial, but they don't have the education on how to grow their business. So under Skill Up Mentorship Program, I've seen people who came here without even an idea. But now they're having their shops, they are doing work, and they are very happy with the training that you're doing. So for you to be able to scale your business today, the 844 or the curriculum that we have in school and colleges doesn't teach us on how to scale a business. You have to get a business course, a mentorship program for you to be able to go to take your business to the next level. And one of the time that when I'm doing the incubation program, when I was training them about financial management, debt management, bookkeeping, I'll ask them how much was your sale this month. They'll start telling me, oh, and I tell them every month you have to come with your sales so that we can monitor growth. So before we start off, they'll start writing, calculating on their phone. And I realized that this manual recording was so hard for them. And I told them, I'm going to look for a software that you're going to use to help you on your selling. So when I came to the market, I couldn't find a software fit for them. For our customers here, we help them. We onboard them on QuickBooks, Zoho, Odoo. There are so many, even very expensive software, ERPs that are very expensive, but because of their turnovers and their work. But this is a micro SMEs. This is the owner who is operating this business, doesn't even have staff, but they still need a software that they can send a receipt to a client. They can monitor their sales. They can be able to organize their books. And that one we couldn't find. We went back to see if we could be able to develop one. And that is how my accurate book system came along. So we've launched actually this month. We've done 2 testers and we have onboarded over 50 people who are using it. So my accurate book software is on use, and we've gotten very positive reviews on it. So onboarding, we have the ideal client that you're looking for. You know, that ideal client for us is a client who has all taxes, combination of everything, because the more complex it is, the more questions that KRA will be asking. So you have VAT, income tax, pay, withholding, everything. But we also check on turnovers. Mostly we talk about 100 million and above. But we onboard every person. For us, every person is very, very important. And when it comes to our trainings, even wherever we go, we always look out for that ideal customer. But also, with time, I've also seen customers grow. So this is something I've done for 10 years. So there are people I onboarded at 10 million. Right now, they're doing 1 billion. So every organization has opportunities to grow. So for us, we are very open with you on onboarding our customers. As long as we are able to fit in on our cost and we are very affordable, we are able to onboard. When it comes to the skill up, the micro, for them, we just facilitate them on what to understand. Mostly you find those micro SMEs, they are able to operate just on a phone. They don't need so many things. But when a company now needs to be audited, needs to be out there, mostly is when they are 5 million and above. So at that point, you can onboard them at a small fee as they rise. Yes.
Okay, and you stressed the point of your audit, because even the company is registered as an audit firm. So could you speak to maybe some of the challenges here in the Kenyan market that are facing audit companies?
Mm-hmm. Audit companies.
Yeah, the auditing work in itself, and you also house auditors.
Yes.
That is.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges that are facing in the current market?
Okay.
Looking at even the regulatory side of it from the government.
Okay. So for you to become an auditor, you have to be registered with ISPAC. They give you the licenses, and you have to do the CPD hours. So CPD hours is you have to go through training. So they give us 40 CPDs. You have to do the trainings. Is very good. The trainings are good because they equip you. And so those are the rules that they are okay. Possibly the challenge is when it comes to audit is payment, because audit services you're paid after you deliver. But the other advantages with us is that when a client understands the value that you provide, then they are also able to pay on time. So most of the auditors out there cite payment issues, But for me, I say when the client is able to understand the value and able to see the importance of you being in their company, they don't have a problem on payment. So over the past 2 years, we have received quite some awards, especially on our training, because we are very out there, digital tax and just helping people understand taxation. So we've received awards in digital fit. You can see them there. We received awards by paysetters on financial consultancy. We were given an award by OWIT. I'm going to give you a list of them. We have also received an award, Women in Business Award. This is for the social impact that we do under Skill Up Mentorship Program. And another thing that it was major for us, we were able to be recognized by an international association. We became members. It's called INA, International Association of Accountants. So it's a global association. We went through a very vigorous process, and we were admitted as members. And the other major achievement that I will talk about is a CSR program that we do, training over 5,000 people, listening to the many success stories of people who are able to feed their families. For me, that is a very big success story. The other success story is the accounting software, being able to provide something that the market requires and being able to help them organize their books. Also being able to rebrand, the rebranding that we are doing to RWK Africa to push our skill around Africa, for us is also very important. We serve over 300 companies. They're in different sectors. So the sectors are manufacturing. Mostly we handle manufacturing. We have wholesale and distributors, retailing and distributorship. We have hospitality industry. We have transport and that industry. We have real estate industries, constructions industry. We cut across many sectors. They can find us on social media, so RWK and Associates. We are all in all social media handles, and we also have the phone numbers. Is customer centric. We are really focused on our customers, and we give a lot of value. Actually, most of our customers tell us we give them value for money. We go beyond the money they pay us, and we are very keen on customers' growth. So this is beyond audit. We are very intentional on their growth. So after we do audit, we make sure that we have the management report, we discuss it. After a few months, we come back to see if you made changes on whatever we talked about. And we cite growth. I always ask that, so that we can work on something. So just a client will just tell me, there's something I've been thinking about, I've not even told anybody, and we just discuss. Their customers will just say, I have an idea, won't you just come and we discuss it? And we see the viability of the idea and how they are able to execute the idea. So most of the time you find entrepreneurs think on their own. They don't have advisors around them to just tell them, don't do this, do this. This works. Even on numbers, because some advice requires data. You've done cash flow projections, analysis, so that you don't even take a loan and you fall, because there are chances to do that. So we are able to undo those data analysis and be able to advise. So for every business that is out there, and mostly they are struggling, my advice could be to clarify what were their goals. Sometimes we keep losing. I realize that entrepreneurship is something that requires a lot of discipline. So you might start off and you lose motivation on the way. So you have to keep motivation top notch for you to thrive. And even now, there are people we are working on their books and they are doing very well. So you have to see that positivity. You have to be really positive about the growth of your business. And don't be rigid. If things change, you keep readjusting yourself. And you should be able to define a business model, be able to say, this is my sales strategy. This is how I acquire customers. This is how I manage. And be able to reevaluate it every day and being available for your business on a daily basis. The other portion is having the right human resource with you, being able to work with them as a team leader, work in unison, talk, feedback, get them understanding your vision, your business model, give them opportunity to give you ideas, because some of us entrepreneurs don't accept feedbacks and ideas. We are in an environment that requires consultation. So even them, because they are the people who are selling, let them tell you what they can see. Then if you need to do something to grow, get a loan, get some advice. Get an audit or someone who can advise you correctly. The other portion that I would say, get education. Get a mentorship program. Sometimes some of these mentorship programs are very cheap. There are others that are free of charge. By the way, there are so many NGOs offering mentorship program in business free of charge. So you get to such a mentorship program because you get to get in a group of people doing the businesses, and you keep hearing the ideas, you keep learning. The other portion is go to social media. Social media right now is working very well when it comes to marketing your business, people knowing about you, understand how social media is working and how you can incorporate it in your business, and grow. There's always room for growth, and if it gets to a point where you need closure, you need to diversify, understand that we are at that point that things are not working anymore, and we need to reorganize the business afresh. Sometimes I find entrepreneurs who have been making losses 3 years, 4 years, and they're just still there. So making it even more worse than before. So there are different areas you can do, but right now there are businesses that are being born every day and they grow. And some scale very fast. Yes.